Family and true believers, I'm the advocate. Welcome back to Ready for Conversations.
We will, as human beings, always have differences. We need to learn to navigate through these differences. We need to learn to appreciate what the Almighty has bestowed upon us in terms of favor.
Brothers and sisters,
I just want to say, can we all get along?
brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
Today, we will continue the dialogue pertaining to the Nolan Wells case. First, my prayers continue to be with Nolan's family. No parent should have to bury a child while also enduring public scrutiny, harassment while searching for answers. As more information, including newly released audio, has become public, one thing has become clear to me. This case should be about finding the truth, not picking sides. Before we continue, the following clip is courtesy of Poetic Flacco and is being used for commentary, criticism, and discussion purposes. Now, let's get into the video.
Hughley just rage-baited Officer Tatum to expose himself. See, Tatum has been out here covering this Nolan Wells situation, pretending like, he's not a tap dancer, pretending like he just wants the truth. When in fact, his real intentions for bringing up how many black kids were on the island and things of that sort was to redirect the attention to black folks and take it away from the white folks that was suspects. And he just exposed his hand, right? And all it took was a little rage bait from D.L. Hughley, okay? So D.L. Hughley responded to Officer Tatum, who has had his name in his mouth the last 2 weeks, right? D.L. Hughley finally gave him the smoke he was waiting for.
This is Brandon Tatum.
Y'all just see what unfunny ex-comedian D.L. Hughley just said about me. Posted a picture of me and my wife. To do what? To be a racist?
Hold on, Tatum. You can't play that race card, bro. You have said on numerous occasions, racism is no longer a thing, it doesn't exist. So if it's no longer a thing, then D.L. Hughley can't be racist, according to you. Now, D.L. Hughley didn't post a picture of Tatum and his wife to humiliate him. He posted a picture to get a point out. See, Tatum have been out here parading, doing PR work for potential suspects in Nolan Wells' murder, right? Potential suspects. I'm not saying they did it, but they are suspects. So he been out here running PR, disparaging Nolan Wells' mama, calling her a racist, calling her a race hustler, a grifter, when all the mama ever said was, I just want answers. The mama never assigned blame to anybody. The mama never said anybody did it. The mama even said she don't think it's about race, but she can't ignore that component. Tatum called the mama all type of names. So D.L. Hughley is showing people Tatum is doing this because of this context, right? So take whatever he is saying and doing right now in this context as a black man with a white wife. So when he out here, is disparaging a black woman, when he's out here disparaging black folks, when he's out here working counter, right, for Nolan Wells justice, understand why he's doing it or understand who this man is. I think that was fair.
You are the lamest dude in all of comedy.
What is more lame than calling yourself the job you used to have? You're not an officer anymore. You were a football player who failed at being a football player. You didn't make the team, so you became an officer. That wasn't working out, so you became an influencer. You talked about emotion. What is more emotional than this?
The word.
You cried for a white dude who the people didn't even think you worthy to speak at his funeral. You said you wouldn't cry for your son, but you cried for him. That's not emotion. You talked up the way Benjamin Crump talks.
Just want to blame white folks. And so I go out there because I know that lame Al Sharpton and Mr. I can't read Benjamin Crump is just race hustling, y'all.
You talked about how those boys are innocent. You had proof. Now, I don't know whether they're innocent or not. I don't know what happened there. But I know one conversation with a failed football player and a social media influencer is not the predicate. You don't have any toxicology report. You don't have an autopsy report. You talked about black people acting a fool. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that took 31 years and 3 trials to prosecute and find guilty the murder of Medgar Evers. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that in 2005 found 215 black people that were dead and buried in a pauper's grave and nobody knew they were there. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that just killed a 1-year-old boy and nobody's being brought to account about. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that has been poisoning black people with the water since the 1960s. Black people didn't look for this fight. They want justice. All they want is accountability. And if it's those boys, it should be that. Nobody has a predetermined notion. I don't know what happened.
The older I get is when I realize common sense ain't common no more.
You know, this guy, he reminds me of someone. I just can't put my finger on it. He reminds me.
Excuse me, out of the way, Kunta Kinte. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Excuse me?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Security. We got a code black. Code black at the main gate.
Ruckus, what the hell is a code black?
There's some hungry-looking niggers at the front gate. What y'all doing here? Deliveries are in the back.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was in 1957, back in Tennessee. Now, the defendant was accused of shooting 3 little white women with a Winchester rifle from about 50 yards away. See, now, he thought he was gonna get off with that old I'm blind excuse. But, oh, boy, he had another thing coming.
The jury will now go off and deliberate on...
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Sir, settle down. You have to go deliberate.
I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here. Now, say me, wasn't nothing wrong with slavery. At least we got good food back then. White man sure could be, yo.
What the hell?
Hey there, pretty little white chillin'. Now look at all them precious little vanilla-colored faces.
I heard this was the only guy that could find to do it.
Now I know y'all think old Santa Claus look a little bit darker than he used to, ho-ho. But see, that's just 'cause Santa Claus got a little bit of revitiligo. See, that's the opposite of what Michael Jackson got. Don't worry, ain't no Jesus juice up here. Come on, let's get this show on the road. Attention, please. My name is Uncle Ruckus, no relation. I want to sing y'all a brand new song I just wrote called Don't Trust Them New Niggas Over There. Sing along if you know the words. Don't trust them new niggas over there, leaving they nigger essence in the air. Them happy, nappy-head niggas with the fingers on the trigger. Don't trust them new niggas over there. Homely little white gal.
Kobe.
Right, now I know exactly what happened to Kobe. Kobe caught that white fever. White fever get in your blood, man, it'll make you crazy. And you know they got them short little skates nowadays and that, what they call them, the tongues?
Thongs.
Yeah, right. They got the thongs all up the booty crack, and they got that sweet white nectar. Oh, Lord, have mercy. And after that, it's over. You wake up and you don't even know what you done. Just a pool of sweat around your ankles and a deep sense of satisfaction. Give me a minute, Robert.
You look like you need to take 5.
Don't trust them big nostrils over yonder. They suck up so much air, it'll make you wonder. Don't trust them new niggas with their spotty little nigger figures. Don't trust them new niggas over there.
I think the N-word is okay as long as they say it.
See? Listen to your black ass talk all day about how much you can't stand black folks.
Ain't two of them in the history of the world that's worth a squirrel for.
Oh, how much you love white folks?
Best thing the good Lord ever did for the planet Earth.
Ruckus, you black as the ace of spades, man.
I don't see the need for you to go and insult the man after a game of checkers. We've been reminiscing all day, looking in each other's eyes, acting like we like each other. Now you gotta go ahead and remind me of my ailment.
Ailment?
That's right. You heard of vitiligo? Shoot, well, I got re-vitiligo. Every year my skin just seems to get blacker and darker and blacker and then more darker. It's the opposite of what Michael Jackson got. Lucky bastard.
And so, brothers and sisters, you know
Hey, shut the hell up, you black son bitch. What's wrong with y'all? Thank God for the white man's said Martin Luther King. Cause if it was up to me, I'd unleash the hound and turn y'all niggas into puppet child. I was happy at the back of the bus.
Ruckus, how could you possibly love white people so much?
It's easy. Have you ever looked at them? White man just a joy to be around. They smell like lemon juice and pledge furniture cleaner. And look at them. They gave us discipline, jobs, put structure in our lives, took us out the jungle. And what we do to show our appreciation? We march up and down the street. We vote. Carry on. Ingrate. Did I find them? Well, if it ain't the brave men and women of the police department, come play the dance.
Get out of the truck and show me some IDs!
ID? Oh, that's a fine idea, officer. Can't be too careful. I'm just gonna reach into my pocket and take out my safety orange wallet. Get the police, man, please. In the case of mistaken identity. Please, not me. I got Indian in my family. Seriously. Fight the power! Fight the power! It's okay, officers, it's okay. I have a backup wallet just in case. That's where I keep my spare blockbuster card. Good! What's that? Oh, buck up, son. I'm sure you'll get me next time. Everybody, gather around to hear the good news. God is white, and he loves the white man above all others.
All right! Woohoo! Yeah! Sorry.
Don't be sorry, white man. Only niggas and Mexicans are sorry. Be joyful. God loves you. That's why he made his only begotten son in your image. God hates darkies.
God is white.
First of all, white man, let me say that I love you, honor you, envy you, enjoy your smell, and I celebrate you in the name of white Jesus.
Thank you?
No, thank you. Look at that. That's a handsome young man, ain't it? Now, if God looked like Isaac Hayes, you think his son would look like this?
So, black people are a...
Cursed!
Bruh, common sense ain't common, bruh. See, common sense would tell Officer Tatum why people are annoyed by his coverage. But he somewhat don't seem to understand, which I think even that might be a play. He might be lying about him not understanding why black people are annoyed at his coverage. People are annoyed at Officer Tatum because Tatum started off his coverage not with, I don't know what happened, I'm gonna look into it. He started it all off with, there's no evidence of any foul play, y'all lying. And then he got cooked during the Stephen A. Smith debate, and then he slightly adjusted his stance to, well, I can't rule out foul, in a foul play either. I just don't think these white folks did it. And then as recent as today, his stance then elevated again to where he's saying he don't think Nolan Wells drowned, and he think Nolan Wells was murdered. He just don't think he was killed by the friends on the boat. So you started off with there's no evidence of foul play to now there is foul play, but you still pretended like black folks was in the wrong. All we're saying is we don't know who did it, but like everybody is a suspect, and we're not ruling out any suspects until somebody is apprehended and arrested. That's our stance. But Tatum comes out because, bruh, he's so obsessed with trying to be, I don't know, like the savior for white folks. He's so obsessed trying trying to put on that cape, right? He's willing to do whatever it takes to placate to white supremacists, which is why I think the first person they call is Officer Tatum. Right? They could have gone to Nancy Grace. They could have gone to TMZ, which have been pretty neutral. TMZ have been neutral. They could have gone to TMZ, no, but they went to Officer Tatum because they understand Officer Tatum will do whatever it takes. He will lie. He will misconstrue the facts. He will leave things out. He will make edits like he did during the interviews with the friends to make sure that whatever can make these kids look guilty would never come out, opposed to going to somebody, right, with an unbiased lens. So they're not trying to contaminate, right, the interview or the evidence with their biased lens. Tatum didn't do that, right? So because Tatum has changed his stance multiple times, because Tatum continues to disrespect the family and Benjamin Crump, even though Tatum is the one who has changed his stance. Benjamin Crump from day one have says, foul play happened here. We don't know who did it, but we'll find our answers. And because of that, Tatum is calling Benjamin Crump a race hustler, while at the same time saying foul play happened, but it's wrong for us to suspect that the white kids did it. What's wrong with suspecting? Everybody is a suspect. But here's the problem. See, Tatum has a problem with us suspecting the white kids did it, but don't have a problem with us saying foul play happened. You know why? Because he wants to change it. He wants to redirect our focus to the 4 black folks that was on an island of 2,000 people, less than 1/4 of 1% was black. He wants to direct our attention to them because he now wants to pass the blame to black folks. And he exposed his hand during his live stream.
2015 to 2024, about a 10-year period, 3,000 to 3,500 black Mississippians were killed by black offenders. This mother said 3 scenarios, didn't he? Make sure that's right. He gave 3 stories of alleged impropriety. That seemed like a high number, but he gave 3 stories of impropriety spanning over, 30, 40 years. Just in 10 years, there's 3,000 to 3,500 black people killed by other black people. You tell me what, like when y'all talk about historical context, when you stupid, all that stuff makes sense to you.
Black murderers kill people they have access to. White murderers kill people they have access to. Asian murderers kill people they have access to.
Go back and take a look at the video I done maybe about a couple weeks back. It's called White Lives Matter. Check that video out again, White Lives Matter, and you'll see exactly what Poetic Flacco is referring to. It's simple. You know what? I'm just gonna let him continue on. Continue.
And because races usually live near their own, black people kill black people the highest. White people kill white people the highest. Asians kill Asian the highest. That has nothing to do, Tatum, nothing like at all to do with why black folks don't trust Mississippi. Mississippi has a history of victimizing black folks and having no accountability come with the victimization, right? Mississippi has a history of racism. Mississippi has a history of hating black folks. So, excuse me, black folks might be a little suspicious at Mississippi officials coming out a day after Nolan Walls died and says there has been no foul play. A decision that to this day, you all of a sudden disagree with after you got cooked during the Stephen A. Smith debate. So if you disagree and you believe that there was foul play in the Nolan Walls situation, then wouldn't that mean that the black folks who have been on this stance from day one was correct the entire time? See, Mississippi coming out, Ocean Springs coming out and saying, yo, Nolan Wells' death was no foul play. Y'all remember, they came out and said, no foul play. Day one. They was ready to sweep this under the rug. It took Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, and social media coming together to keep this investigation open. That's what D.L. Hughley is talking about. See, but here's where Tatum makes a mistake, okay? Tatum reveals his hand. Like, all that passive, right? I'm not a racist, I'm just a black conservative who love every man. All that, like, passive stuff goes out the window. Now he reveals his true feelings. Watch how he talks about black folks.
So if you want to play the historical injustice math, it's fair to believe that a black man that's killed could be killed by another black man. How you know the black kids that were out there with Nolan had nothing to do with it? Statistically, historically, it's more likely he'll be killed by a black person. Ignorant, y'all Negroes, ignorant. I'm tired of being nice to y'all. I hope I don't get in trouble with certain people, but I'm tired of being nice to y'all. I'm sick of y'all low vibration, ignorant Negroes, and y'all stupid on every level.
You heard that, right? I want to say something so bad, but I'm just gonna let the video play. But you heard what he just said, right? Remember that now. You heard that.
And disproportionately, black people come across as stupider than anybody else, disproportionately.
You can't even get offended at somebody like Tatum disrespecting him. Come on, bro. Like, it's Tatum, bro. It's Tatum. Nobody takes Tatum seriously, bro. Tatum is a tap dancer. Tatum will say whatever he got to say, okay, to please white folks. But now he's saying his true feelings. The reason why he kept bringing up, well, there was more people on the island, even though that was not important, because, like, wouldn't more people on the island and Nolan disappearing with 2,000, like, wouldn't that actually prove there's foul play? Because who just disappears on an island of 2,000 people with nobody seeing anything? Now that's out the window now. Now that's out the window. Now Tatum is saying, well, why are you not looking at those black kids? Like, the 4 black kids on an island of 2,000 people, why are you not looking at the black kids? This was his plan all along. See, Tatum, all of a sudden, as lately as like this week, began to adopt the stance there was foul play done. And the reason why he was adopting the stance of foul play was because he wanted to co-opt the movement, take over, right? He wanted people who believes there was foul play to come over to his side. And then he was gonna drag them all the way over to the left side of the aisle and eventually begin to propose the fact that it was Nolan Wall's black friends that killed him, not the white boys. I told y'all. Now, Tatum believes that black folks are dumber than any other race. That's what he just said. Black folks are stupider than any other race according to Officer Tatum. This is a black man saying this. Yo, some of you guys are so hypnotized by white dollars, y'all are ready to sell y'all butt and your morality and your integrity. Bro, how can you sell your soul in this fashion, homie? I know your wife is white, but them kids is black. You got black kids, bro. And you are willing to sell your soul. Yo, imagine what your black kids would think of you when they turn on this TV or turn on YouTube in let's say 5 years. They turn on YouTube in 5 years when they listen. Again, I don't know how old this kids. Let's just say they turn on YouTube when their kids about 14 years old, right? When they start to get into their consciousness. They turn on YouTube and they see their father calling people who look like him stupid and claiming that those people, all right, are disproportionately dumber or stupider than any other race. Let me explain what he means by disproportionately, okay? He means, for example, if there's 50 million black people, we got a higher percent of stupid people than anybody else. So for example, if there's 60 million black folks, and let's just say 20 million in his world is dumb, 30%. He's saying no other race has 30% of people who are dumb. I'm not even gonna go in how I'm supposed to go in, because you know what, bruh? It's not about any other race, all right? But there's almost impeccable metric to to prove we ain't the dumbest now. We ain't the. But okay.
Social media influencer who failed at football and was a mediocre cop all of a sudden knows more than that. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. But I do know this. You said that a young woman with a pot of water acted so suspiciously that she should be shot by cops.
I think that this is justified, but it could have been avoided. Still justified. You can't throw boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
But you don't think people that want to boat with somebody in proximity to somebody, and that person comes that day acting so suspicious, they should be questioned?
Hold on. They were questioned, Stewhead. They talked to the police. This is why y'all ain't never gonna make it in life, man. This is why these people ain't never gonna make it, bro. I like, the only reason I don't totally think black people are completely a lost cause because I grew up around black people. I got black people in my family whom I love. So I have experience with black people who are not completely retarded. But when you look at these people, and I see why white people are sick of y'all. Because if you ain't never met reasonable white people, black people, and you listen to these fools all day, you gotta think black people has gotta be the dumbest people on planet Earth. You have to be biased looking at the stupidity. You think a woman who throwing a hot boiling water on somebody should get shot. That's called deadly force. I don't think she should get shot because she's black. I think she gets shot because it's according to the law. If you're in fear of serious bodily injury or death, which boiling water can cause, then a cop can shoot you. And the only reason this cop got in trouble because he white. And they want to make an example out of this cop. And he was a stewhead by the stuff he said before he ended up having to shoot her, which put him in a position where they will argue that he instigated it. But she threw boiling water at the cops. Go throw boiling water at cops today and see if you don't get smoked and they let you out.
Zion Massey never threw the water, by the way. You see what I mean when I say, Tatum just lies? Like he just lies. He's just a liar. She never threw the water, right? Zion Massey was on the couch talking to the officers because, they came into their home because she called them. She was on the couch talking to them. They look at the stove and see a pot on the stove and says, yo, go ahead and turn that off so, things don't burn. She goes, turn off the stove, take the pot of water, lifts it up, right? And puts it, lifts it up and then put it down, right? Right, on the other stove. She was now trying to move the pot of water to the sink, I believe, right? Now, again, this lady is mentally ill. That's why she called them. She began to rebuke him. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, I don't know which, she obviously seen something. She obviously seen these devils was in her house to murder her, right? So as she's saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, she lifts up the pot to put it in the sink and they shoot and kill her while calling her the B word. No water touched him at all. At all. Now the officer got 20 years. Tatum said the officer did nothing wrong. But now y'all see how Tatum feel about us, and now y'all see his real intentions in covering this Nolan Wells case. It was always to deflect the blame to those innocent black, I'll be real, right? I'll be real, all right? Tristan is half black. We gotta watch Tristan. Tristan, he's a nefarious character to me. Tristan is the black friend that Tatum interviewed, where he started talking about how his white side have always done more for him than the black side, how Benjamin Crump is a race hustler, just all type of nonsense, bro. So maybe you gotta look at Tristan. I don't know, okay? But man, them black kids is less than a fourth of a 1% of the people on that island, bro. Leave them out of this. Wall's mom was on Don Lemon earlier today, and she revealed the great levels of evil that Officer Tatum rhetoric has brought to her life. The amount of harassment, the amount of racism, the amount of attacks that she's been getting due to the rhetoric of people like Officer Tatum and what they've been spewing about her and her family. This is unacceptable. Don Lemon actually asked Nolan Wall's mom what her thoughts were on Officer Tatum and his antics as of lately, and her response was perfect. She gave the perfect response to how everybody should respond to Officer Tatum.
And we can't move forward because we don't have answers.
So when you talk about all the things that have been spread, there is this officer, I hate mentioning his name, a former officer who is a far right wing, who's been doing the interviews and has been saying, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on Brandon Tatum. No.
I respect that. And that's the right answer for everybody, I believe. And I feel like, because I mentioned him, I'm like, why did I even mention him? Because he doesn't deserve a platform.
No, he does not.
Here's the thing, his name came up, she shut it down, she's not gonna talk about it whatsoever. Tatum still found a way to clout chase off this clip, right? He still found a way to clout chase a 1-minute live stream off this clip. And the reason why she's refusing to speak on Tatum or why she doesn't respect him and don't want to talk to him is because, his harmful rhetoric has brought a lot of chaos and torment to their life. See, because of those interviews that Tatum have been doing and those live streams he's been doing, calling his family race hustlers, claiming they're doing this for money, claiming, they have no proof that anything bad happened, that they're just lying on the family. He's really been spewing some really dangerous rhetoric about this family. This is just a grieving mother who's trying to get justice for her son.
The DA had called and I missed the call. And by the time I saw it, it was too late and I wasn't going to call her at 9 o'clock because I've had to change the settings on my phones because of the harassing phone calls I've been getting.
Amen. Now, can we talk about the other stuff? You went there, so I feel like I can go there because I've been bothered by it. We've been reporting on it. It's disgusting. I'm going to start with one thing, and then I'll talk about the harassment of you, and especially as a mother and then as a medical professional, and I know you take your profession very seriously when you said, I love everybody. Black, white, red, green, it does not matter. So do not get that wrong. And you've always had really good reviews. Yesterday, with not only speaking up for your son, but for others as well who have been involved in mysterious deaths. That was a very emotional moment for you and the vulnerability I saw there. What do you want to say to folks who are, your wife is getting, threats, she's being harassed. Those families have been treated like they're a nuisance by police departments, according to the reporting. What do you want to say to America about this?
Like my wife said, just from a parent standpoint, we just want to know what happened. We want a fair and thorough investigation, just like the other families, because we hurt just like them.
You could see tears in that grown man's eyes as he's talking about what's going on with his family, what's going on with his wife being harassed and them being harassed. And a bulk of the harassment is coming from the interviews and the rhetoric that Tatum is putting out there in his live streams and his shorts and his tweets, right? He's coming probably like an inch away from just calling these people just straight up scammers. Like that's how Tatum is moving. Nolan Wall's mama believes, he's being slandered, he's being defamed on Tatum's platform, right? That they are painting Nolan in a light that he's just not.
But I want to talk about this blaming the victim and smearing the victim. The reports that we've been hearing. No, Nolan was drinking. He was doing this. He was doing that. Why? I guess we know why they're doing it, but I want to know what your assessment is, how you feel about that, because let's just say that he was. I'm not saying that he was. Let's just saying that whatever he was doing, that doesn't mean that you have to die. Then that doesn't mean he was the only one.
Exactly.
And what do you think young people do? On my senior trip, I was, out there, right? So I'm just saying, kids have fun. So what does that have to do with anything? That's what I don't understand. What's your assessment on this?
Honestly, I feel like that is a way, which we've seen this before, right? Pattern recognition. We've seen this where things have happened, especially when we talk about the Black community. And after the death, it's a smear campaign. It's, what can we find out about this person? What can we say? And, that's something, my family and I, especially my husband and I, we definitely do not appreciate. But, we can't fight everyone that wants to have an opinion. But also, too, it's part of society that has been allowed to occur, which is it's gut-wrenching.
She's not wrong when it comes to the smear campaign. Think of every Black tragedy you could think of. The first thing to follow is a smear campaign. The smear campaign is their way to take away the empathy that people will feel for the victim in that tragedy, right? Because any empathy for any Black person is not good enough for them, right? They don't want it at all, right? Like when Trayvon Martin was killed, Trayvon Martin's body wasn't even cold yet. And they was already on Instagram, going to his Facebook, finding pictures of him sagging his pants and posting it. They couldn't find mugshots because he was 16. So what they did, they found pictures of him sagging his pants, posted up with his cousins and his friends, dressing how kids his age dress. And they called him a thug. Emmett Till. Bro, Emmett Till been dead for I don't know how long. You still got Matt Walsh in 2026 right? Like doing live streams talking about how Emmett Till deserved his death. These people are demons, they're devils, right? And Tatum is an agent for the devil. It's really that simple, right? It's really that simple. So Tatum will hear all of this. Tatum will hear how his rhetoric, his interviews, and what he's been doing has brought them so much pain, it has been gut-wrenching. And it has brought them so much harassment. He will hear this. Tatum will hear this. And then do a reaction to this video acting completely oblivious. And as a matter of fact, even painting himself as the victim and not the mama. Watch how Tatum try to imply that this woman just committed a crime by saying his name.
Now, I've said enough. Let me get to Don Lemonhead and Nolan's mother. I'm gonna be respectful to his mama. But I do have criticisms. When you watch this video, you're gonna see why I have criticisms. Roll the clip.
When you talk about all the things that have been spread, there is this officer, I hate mentioning his name, a former officer who is a far right wing, who's been doing the interviews and has been saying, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on Brandon Tatum. No.
Time out. Do you guys find that kind of suspicious or interesting that Don Lemon said, I'm not going to mention his name? Fair enough. If you don't want to give a person publicity, if you don't believe they're legitimate, you won't say the person's name. He said, I'm not going to say his name. It's this officer, right? Then mom gets on, and you would think she would say, I'm not talking about that dude. He's irrelevant. He's not worth my time. I'm not talking about this guy you talking about either. Why would she say Brandon Tatum? She put my full name out there. And in my personal opinion, she wants people who hate me to come out and know who I am and search me and do all that other stuff, but refuse to address specific things that they're saying that I'm saying.
He's such a spineless coward, bruh. So he's now implying that the mama said his name, Brandon Tatum, to dox him. So that was his implication. Oh no, she only said that to dox me. This man has his name, Officer Brandon Tatum, on all his social media, on his Instagram, on his Twitter, on every platform he has Brandon Tatum. He goes by Brandon Tatum on all platforms. How's that doxing? How did she say something that y'all didn't know? How did she say something that your audience or people who watch you didn't know? What do you talk? Listen, she didn't do nothing wrong, right? And you had nothing on her, so now you're trying to make up reasons to go at her. It's that simple. Now this dude says, why ain't she talk to me or respond back to what I said? Bruh, because she know you're full of it. Like she briefly debunked like some of the nonsense you said. And somebody on your like show said, right? Like, I think it was like Tristan, the black friend, the mixed friend. He says Nolan Walls was heavily drinking and he was drunk on the island. Tristan left the island before 3 p.m. One of the coaches see Nolan around 3 p.m., around 2:30-ish to 3. And they gave their account of what type of state Nolan was in. So if the mama is already receiving information and tips that's directly debunking all the lies that you're spewing during those interviews and you are platforming and allowing to take place, why would she need to talk to you and the liars? She know what you guys are doing. Like, she know y'all mission. She's not about to entertain that.
Person, what can we say? And, you know, that's something, you know, my family and I, especially my husband and I, we definitely do not appreciate. But, you know, we can't fight everyone that wants to have an opinion. But also, too, it's part of society that has been allowed to occur, which is it's gut-wrenching at best. Because if you were in our situation, you know, how would you feel if there were millions of people who are saying, oh, hey, well, you know, he was at an island, he was heavily drunk. And again, even with the drinking, there are so many conflicting stories, only because I have spoken with adults who knew Nolan very well, coaches that were out there. One in particular, I think he told me he saw Nolan somewhere between like 2:45 and 3:30. He was like, Christine, yeah, we talked for a while. We talked about college. We talked about his life, his plans. And he was like, he was perfectly fine.
But the friends is telling Tatum that Nolan was high on coke and Nolan was sloppy drunk. You think somebody high on coke and sloppy drunk is able to have a conversation with their coach and seem normal and seem fine, like a 19-year-old kid. Like, come on, bruh. That's why she's not talking to Tatum. She's watching this man platform a smear campaign against her son, and she feels like you're not deserving of a conversation, like you're not deserving of any entertainment, because the little that she has seen so far has been a mess, right? It's been bad faith. It's been malice, right? It's been very malicious. So no, she want to talk to you. But watch Tatum cry and complain that the family simply don't want to talk to him. That's a crime according to Tatum, right? The fact that the family don't want to talk to him is a crime. So he continues to harass them every show he does. He continues to harass them every day. He continues to make videos about them. This is just sad.
And they have never addressed some of the things that the boys have said. You have not heard them address the phone thing. You have not addressed them, because Warren said that he told Nolan's mother that he had the cell phone and the keys. They have not said that he lied about it. They won't even talk about it. It came up on Chris Cuomo, and you guys will see that shortly. It came up on Chris Cuomo, and they pivoted. They didn't even address what Cuomo said. They just pivoted to something else. All right, continue.
I'm going to say it like I've been saying it. The only question we have is what happened to Nolan. That's what we need to know. That's it. That's all.
When you talk about all this...
Hold on, talk about Mama, I got a question for you. With all due respect, why then, if you want to know what happened to Nolan, did your attorney not talk to me before I ever talked to the other side? All right, we passed that point. How come when Nicole or Ashley reached out to you via text, which she showed me, which we posted online, that you didn't respond to Warren's mother to even talk to her and get any information that she may have? The boys already have been investigated by law enforcement. We will not know exactly what they said for a time period, which could be a long time. I don't know. They got to go to grand jury and everything. So we will never know what they said to the police unless you talk to them directly. Why, if you want to know what happened to your son, would you talk to the people that last seen him alive? You're saying they saw him alive last. They're reaching out to you and saying, we want to talk. Let's have a conversation.
Tatum repeats this in almost every one of his videos as if this is a good point. They already had a conversation when Nolan Wells initially disappeared. They gave their account of things and they told her, this is all we know and we know no more. She said, okay, I believe you. Right? If you say you know no more, cool. We're gonna go out and we're gonna do our own investigation and we're gonna seek the answers that we want to seek. And we'll follow the audio. Now, once more evidence begin to come out, now they want to come back to the table and talk about what? Y'all say y'all had nothing else to say. Y'all say y'all knew nothing else. Y'all say y'all told the parents everything. Did y'all forget what Ashley Cole wrote on Facebook? Ashley Cole wrote on Facebook, we told them everything we know. We know nothing else. Now the audio is released and now more evidence is released and now all of a sudden y'all want to come back to the table and talk about what? To tell me what, more lies and cap? Y'all have talked enough. Y'all have gone on Officer Tatum. Y'all have talked enough. By now, even I know what they know. So the mama can just watch the Officer Tatum interview, right? Like if the mama want to know like any quote unquote new information that they claim they didn't have, but now they have, just watch the Tatum interview. That's not a good point, right? Of course, they have nothing to discuss with them. These people are helping, right, to contribute towards their harassment. Let me know in the comment section, man, what do you guys think about this, okay?
Nolan family has consistently said that they are asking one question. What happened to Nolan? That's all they want to know. That's the question all of us should be asking. Instead of much of the online conversation has shifted towards defending positions and debating internet personalities, in my opinion, Officer Brandon Tatum has spent too much time emphasizing why the young man who was with Nolan should be viewed as innocent, by giving far less attention to the unanswered questions that continue to be discussed. Publicly, as the new information comes out, I will also be doing some commentary here and there, like what I just said before. I think I'm just gonna cut it short for right now and just let it play itself out. And then, like I said, if something interesting pops up, then I'm definitely gonna jump on and let you guys know. I may even go live from now on because, you know, it's a lot. So to try to keep up, I'll just probably go live with it as well. Okay. I'm just at a loss for words sometimes as our people, continuously bash one another, instead of trying to support each other. Justice isn't served by convincing people on social media, but it's also served by declaring everyone innocent before all the evidence has truly been examined. The newly released audio has only increased public interest because many people believe it raises additional questions about the timeline. Those questions deserve to be investigated carefully and fairly. This isn't about YouTube personalities. This isn't about politics. This isn't about left versus right. This is about a 19-year-old young man who has lost his life and a family that continues to ask for answers. If you're truly interested in justice, then some standards shall apply to everyone. The same standards shall apply for everyone. Follow the evidence wherever it leads. If the evidence clear, someone accept it. If the evidence raises new questions, don't ignore them. Truth should never be determined by who has the biggest platform. It should be determined by the facts. What do you think? Has this case become more about defending narratives than discovering the truth? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm pissed. I really am. That's why I can't even. Okay, guys. Remember, we can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Respectful debates is always welcome, but personal attacks, racial slurs, threats, and hateful language should not be tolerated. I'm the advocate, and this has been Ready for Conversations. Be heard, be informed, and always be ready to put in some work.
Ballad behind bars, or you could say real rock from the rock. An unusual musical happening in a most unusual place. The state prison.
By any means necessary.